vulnerable labor groups in Kenya, with many suffering abuse, exploitation, and poor working conditions. These cases often go unresolved despite their critical role in households across the country, while gaps in protection continue to expose them to violations. But now, renewed efforts by civil society groups with international backing are pushing for reforms as well as accountability.
For thousands of domestic workers across Kenya, the workplace is not always a place of dignity. At times, it's a place of fear, silence, and neglect. They clean homes, care for children, and support families. Yet many say they endure long working hours, delayed or unpaid wages, verbal abuse, and in some cases physical and emotional violence.
When you are working at home and there is CCTV which are monitoring you throughout 24/7, this makes us feel like we are prisoners. Sometimes we don't feel like getting rest because we have that fear of maybe my employer over me, and maybe we want to see what I'm going to do in the house, the things I'm going. Sometimes they even keep calling us most of the time to see whether you are working or you are just there seated.
Fanya kazi vizuri from morning to evening na upati chakula ya kutosha ama maji. Inakuwa ni shida kwa sababu ukikosa maji, ukose chakula, actually utakuwa na hiyo uwezo hata ya kufanya kazi.
For many victims, seeking justice remains an uphill task. Without written contracts or clear reporting mechanisms, their complaints often stall, leaving them trapped in cycles of abuse with little hope for reparation.
Wengi wetu tunaifanya kwa sababu maybe kimasomo hatukufika mahali ingetakikana tufike. Actually situation na life zinafanya tupitie hiyo kazi na iko very underestimated. Actually tunaitangwa mamboch, tunapewa majina mbaya.
You can see maybe my employer, sometimes they take my phone and take videos that I've taken, they take my pictures and they post them in the social media where we get harassed by the people, community, they call us names, they insult, they say how we look dirty, they say we don't even know how to dress well.
Employers too acknowledge that the relationship is indeed complex. Some say misunderstandings arise from unclear expectations, lack of formal agreements, and limited awareness of labor obligations, arguing that better engagement and guidance is needed on both sides.
We are all employed somewhere. I go to work. I get rewarded for the work that I do. The same should actually happen to the person that I've employed in my own house. We need to reward the kind of work they do. Mistreatment of domestic workers should not be something that you should even consider. We should actually give them free days, off days, the way it's supposed to be.
Amid these challenges, civil society organizations are stepping in to bridge the gap. Efforts to combat abuse against domestic workers have been boosted by support from organizations, including the Global Affairs in Canada, working through Youth Alive Kenya, Oxfam, and the Center for Domestic Training and Development.
We are all entitled to specific rights, and it is important to employers to respect the right of domestic workers as far as digital is concerned, and also domestic workers to respect the right of the employers, because every rights come with a responsibility.
These organizations are offering legal aid, training, and safe spaces, while also engaging employers and policymakers on fair labor practices.
The main aim of the project is to influence policy conversation and also to change the norms and cultural beliefs that each individual has as far as the care issues are concerned.
The aspect of care work also is something that is really vital for our societies and our nation at large, but also it's an aspect that we go about our days not recognizing that aspect of care. And now the Time to Care project just comes in to push for recognition of both the paid care and the unpaid care, and also to recognition of the women and girls who are undertaking care work, which again, a lot of people who are undertaking care work is the women and girls.
The calls are now growing louder for government intervention, with activists urging the formulation and enforcement of laws that specifically protect domestic workers' rights, including fair pay, reasonable working hours, and access to justice.
So a lot of times domestic workers undergo through various forms of GBV, mostly because they do not know, or they are not aware of their rights. Even employers also do not know that domestic workers also have their rights just as any other employers. So the project is aimed at changing the social norms around both paid and unpaid care work, and also improving the conditions of domestic workers and ensuring that they get respect in their place of work. They also have dignity in their places of work.
These concerns took center stage during consultations held in Nairobi, bringing together activists, workers, employers, and development partners, all pushing for lasting solutions. Muthoni Brenda, for TV 47, Nairobi.